If you've ever felt overwhelmed by financial advice or struggled with money decisions, keep watching this video. 77% of Americans experience financial anxiety, and despite being one of the wealthiest nations in the world, the U.S. ranks 14th globally in financial literacy. But by the end of this video, you'll have an actionable plan to transform your finances with ease. Today, we're going to show you a mindful approach to money, a way to grow your wealth while staying relaxed and in control. Most financial struggles don't start with numbers, they start with mindset. If you grew up believing money is stressful or that you'll never have enough, you're likely carrying those thoughts with you as an adult. The truth is, wealth starts in your mind before it shows up in your bank account. Here's how to shift your money mindset. First, identify your money beliefs. Take a moment and think back to your childhood. What did your parents or role models say about money to you? Were you taught that money is scarce, that rich people are greedy, that financial success is luck rather than strategy? Take some time to reflect on how you feel about money and work to understand and, if necessary, challenge those feelings. As a side note, we recommend reading The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book is great for helping you understand your relationship with money and how it may have developed, without shame or judgment. Next, track your financial patterns. Spend 1 week tracking every dollar you earn and spend. Yes, it feels like a chore, but it's not as difficult or taxing as it sounds. Another side note, if you are hesitant to track your spending, ask yourself why. Are you avoiding the issue because you know you're overspending in some areas? The goal is not to judge, just to observe where your money goes. Patterns will emerge, and you might notice emotional spending or unnecessary subscriptions or habits that don't align with your goals. These are the things that we want to identify. Third, shift from scarcity to abundance thinking. Replace thoughts like, I'll never have enough with, I'm learning to manage money wisely to create abundance. Understand that money is a tool and should not be a source of stress. As you begin to shift your mindset, begin building a budget that works for your specific needs. Forget restrictive, complicated budgets. A mindful budget is simple, stress-free, and flexible, while keeping your goals in check. Use the 50-30-10-10 rule. We have modified this from the 50-30-20 rule you've probably heard of. 50% of your income is designated for your needs: rent or mortgage, food, transportation, insurance, etc. 30% is designated for wants, like hobbies, dining out, travel. 10% is designated for tithes or giving, and 10% for savings and investments like retirement accounts, emergency funds, stocks, and/or real estate. Pro tip: automate savings and bill payments. If money is transferred to savings before you even see it, you won't miss it, and your future self will thank you. You can adjust this budget as needed. If 30% on wants is too high, shift a portion of that into savings. If debt is a concern, dedicate part of your wants category to extra payments. The goal is flexibility, not rigid rules. Okay, so at this point, we've shifted our money mindset and created a budget that we can stick to. Next, we need to focus on smart spending. Have you ever bought something on impulse only to regret it later? Most of us have. That's because emotional spending overrides mindful decision-making. Here are a few tricks to help you spend more consciously. And in today's economy, we can all benefit from being a little more mindful about our spending. First, use the 24-hour rule. Before making any non-essential purchase, wait 24 hours. If you still want it the next day, then it's likely a good decision. But you'd be surprised how often the desire fades after 24 hours. 2, ask yourself, does this purchase improve my life? Before buying, pause and ask, will this bring long-term happiness or just short-term pleasure? If the answer is short-term pleasure, reconsider the purchase. 3, choose quality over quantity. A $200 pair of shoes that lasts 5 years is a better investment than a $50 pair that wears out in 6 months. Avoid cheap, low-value purchases that don't serve you long-term. As you work on smart spending, you can also begin to stress-proof your finances with an emergency fund. Nothing creates financial stress like being unprepared. That's why an emergency fund is essential to keep you financially secure. Treat yourself like a bill and take your cut off the top. Start small. Aim for $1,000 first, which covers most unexpected expenses. Then work towards 3 to 6 months of living expenses or more if you deem it necessary. Keep it separate. Store your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account, not your regular checking. Out of sight, out of mind, but available when needed. Automate your savings. Even just $25 a week adds up, especially if you're starting from zero. Don't despise small beginnings. Set up an automatic transfer so it happens without any effort. Next up, start investing. Investing is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Even if you start today with just $50, you're ahead of most people. Pat yourself on the back for taking the first step towards a brighter financial future. A beginner-friendly investment plan includes starting with index funds. Low cost, diversified, and proven for long-term success. An example would be the S&P 500 index funds, which grows on average about 10% per year. Maximize retirement accounts. Contribute to 401k plans, especially if your employer matches. Open an IRA or individual retirement account for tax advantages. You can also use dollar cost averaging. Invest a set amount every month no matter what the market is doing. This smooths out risk and builds wealth over time. Remember, building wealth doesn't have to be stressful. Approach it logically and strategically by taking small steps consistently over time. Take just one step today, whether it's tracking your spending, setting up a budget, or starting an emergency fund. Also, please note that the information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute personalized financial advice. Please seek personalized financial advice from a qualified professional for help with your specific needs. Thank you for spending time with us today. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel, like, and share the video with someone who can benefit from it. Also, drop us a comment and let us know which of the tips you think you can benefit from the most. And until next time, breathe deeply, live fully, and thrive.